Greetings friends and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I got this super easy fall look. I used the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So whether you're going out for an evening or you want to rock this look on Thanksgiving, I thought that it would be a super nice cranberry toned look for all your fall needs. I'm gonna just get this out of the way now. I have lost 2 nails. 2 claws have bit the dust and half a nail. So if you like what you see, keep watching. And let's get into the video. Hi. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'm just going to use this to prime my eyes because it helps to cancel out any discoloration or pigmentation you have on your lid. And then I'm just going to set that with a little bit of Laura Mercier powder. So the palette I'm going to use is the Modern Renaissance palette. My bunny ate some of mine, but what else is new? We're only going to be using Red Ochre, Burnt Orange, and Cypress Umber. Just taking a Japanesque blending brush. And I'm going to start with that Burnt Orange shade in the crease. Taking a Wet n Wild shadow brush, I'm going to dip into Red Ochre and I'm going to start working this on the outer third of the eye and starting to blend it a little bit into the crease just because this is a hefty brush. And in typical me fashion, I'm going to wing this look out a little bit. I just feel like it's the most flattering. I'm focusing that color mainly in the outer third, but I am bringing it almost across the entire lid. I'm going to dip back into Red Ochre and focus right in that crease just to deepen that up a bit. Going back in with that Burnt Orange shade, I'm just going to work on blending that edge a little bit. This is one of my favorite orange shades in a palette. I just feel like it's one of the best transition shades ever. Now to deepen up that outer third a little bit, I'm gonna take a clean brush with Cypress Umber, it's that brown shade, and just hit the outer third with that. I don't want it to be a super dark look because I'm going to do a bold lip with it, but I just want there to be a little drama out there, you know. And then I'm going to go back in with Red Ochre and just blend that edge out a little bit just so that it's evenly blended all the way across. And then one more time with our blending brush just to hit this outer corner. And that's basically it for the eyes as far as the lid goes. So we're gonna do our face, brows, and then come back to the lower lash line. For my primers, I'm gonna use 2 Too Faced products. I have the Hangover Rx primer and the Primed and Poreless. My skin's been pretty dry lately, which is weird for me because I usually have pretty oily skin. So I'm just gonna use some of that Hangover to get some moisture back into the skin. And then I'm just taking that Primed and Poreless, putting that primarily in the T-zone. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I tried this in my Halloween video and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. For concealer, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. As much as I like the Conceal and Define concealer, sometimes I don't want something super full coverage, and I feel like the Wet n Wild is the perfect amount to where it still gives you that natural finish without having too much on your face, you know? And if you feel like your outer corner isn't as clean as you want it to be, you can always go in with your concealer or foundation and just clean that edge up. And then I'm just gonna set under the eye with the Laura Mercier powder. It's been a hot minute since I used this powder, and I used it the other day and was like, why did I ever abandon you? Before we do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and put my brows on. Takes me too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and come back. I just used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black and the gel that's also considered black, but it's really not. It's brown, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and contour with the Park Ave Princess palette, the shade Carrot. I got you wrapped For blush, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Hot Spice Blush Palette. It does not have a lid anymore. I've had this palette for, 2 years maybe. I really only use these 2 shades. And those are the 2 shades I'm going to mix and use right now. For highlight, I'm going to take the Smashbox Spotlight palette. This is the collab with Casey Holmes. Looks like these. I'm going to mix the middle shade and this shade. This palette is one of the most underrated highlight palettes I've ever had. I mean, granted, it's a much softer highlight than like an Anastasia or a Becca or an Ofra, but it gives you such a nice glow. I also feel like these lights really wash it out because it really is pretty, but you can't really see it on camera, but that's all right. I know that it looks good. Just gonna take this Real Techniques brush and use that to highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow. Alright, so now that our face is on, I'm going to give a quick spray with the Too Faced Hangover Spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. We're going to go ahead and finish up the eyes and then throw on a lip and we'll be done. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take Red Ochre, which was that middle red shade there, and a tiny little smudgy brush. I guess this is kind of a pencil brush, but it's the Morphe Y22, and just start dragging that under the outer third of my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna make sure that I am bringing that up to meet my wing as well. Alright, we're basically gonna leave that as is. Super simple. I'm gonna use my Tarte Gifted mascara. You know when your mascara is just basically empty, but you just kind of tell yourself that it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, lashes are on. I just used the Ardell Wispie lashes. Because you have the black lash band and then just kind of emptiness on that inner corner, I like to draw just a little line with my eyeliner to just kind of tie that together so it doesn't look like I put on lashes. And obviously if you wanted to, you could go ahead and throw a wing on or some liner if that's what you're more comfortable with. For lips, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Heathers. It's just a really pretty deep red shade. These liquid lips are nice. They're a little bit of a drier formula, and I have found that you cannot layer them. Like once you get a coat on, you're done, because they will flake and literally just like fall off of your mouth. Some liquid lipsticks you can just like keep fixing and keep fixing. These, nay. Alright, well that concludes the look. If you like what you saw or you learned something new, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe if you feel like hanging out with me some more. I've got a lot of new videos coming your way. Filming starts this week for my 25 Days of Christmas series, which, you know, we went from never filming to now gonna try to film 25 videos. It's fine. If you have any suggestions or any videos that you'd like to see, whether they're holiday, Christmas, makeup related or not, let me know in the comments down below and I will hit you up with a video about it because I have to have 25 of them. That's all I got. Alright, bye.